Живы? Сейчас все ок, да?
No, I didn't. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Угу.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
Он что, опять как рестрим назвался? Да не, что-то просто раньше через него делала, я такая, ну и пофиг, и пусть так и будет. А, блин, реально он так называется постоянно. Вот, лень было искать, но потом поменяю.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. Good idea. Much better to be armed. You walk up to the wall next to the basement.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the... But there was a mirror, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
А еще прикольно, что у него там, блин, мне все окна пропали. Там, короче, от этого рестрима прикольные были док-панели. Не, или как-то было. Ну ладно. Там чатик был удобный. Он пропал. Лаки.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. Of her voice, harsh.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down
Oh,
the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists. Should we be worried about the one around? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Ха. Какие намерения?
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous.
But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think...
Oh, please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is...
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world, and she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he...
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
Угу.
Or does she think she'd survive a behead?
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Unless she really could survive.
Так, типа. Пойдём.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests. I don't know, but you could always... Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you I wouldn't do that if I...
And why?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without...
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our...
I don't know.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason...
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am. Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully... I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Yes.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can... And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung... Yes? Are we stuck here now? Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we?
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out.
Guess that's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a value...
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this...
Yep. Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not. No. Nope.
That's rude. You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for.
This is so... There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
Интересная концепция.
But there isn't. Time, it passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the...
At least the world is safe.
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both. She's not ending anything. She's just... Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that?
It just... But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here.
I don't like small talk, remember?
Still rude.
Эта хуйня должна
You
рассохнуть,
continue to wait in
железо.
silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see Earth through holes in the...
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flow until suddenly there are no walls. And
I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Что-то ей везде холодно.
she's gone. And there's that mirror again.
Ой.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Спасибо. Это типа про концепцию пути героя, я так понимаю. Ну, тут они понамешали всего, да? И типа вот и личности разные. И наблюдатель. Прикольно.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger.
Okay.
Feels
sounds too good to be true.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. Do you know what we'll find out there? Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there? There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist. This one is determined, but also cautious. One that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be. If I did, no, their thoughts are quiet. Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves. One, whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude. These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me. We may fight, and we may not, but not all fights end in destruction, just as not all conversations end in peace. Even if you destroy me, it will have been worth it to finally know what I am, and to have had the chance. You've already tried waiting. but I understand if you need more time. I will see you when you return. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping?
Hmm.
If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side.
Бля, опять вылетела. Я думала, в этот раз там что-то другое предполагалось, но нет. Что-то уже устала так сидеть.
You have returned to me.
Угу.
You were gone mere moments. I never left your side. The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here. Wait.
Так, все, последнее осталось, окей.
You're on a path. You're here to slay her.
Так, вот Чё, какую мне опцию выбрать?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make... Yes, but you'll have... It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination. While I appreciate the mental exercise we are running, nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's... And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Прикол.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. The interior of the cabin is all... The blade is your implement. Her voice...
Hello?
is hypnotized. Don't let it fool you. It's...
You must have the...
Great job. You've given away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay.
Hi. You were joking. Okay.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
So you weren't kidding on the stairs. I thought you were just making a bad...
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't... So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll...
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes. Thank you. You turn back to the stair.
Where are you going? Fine. Turn your back on me, but it won't be long.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She has to be bluffing, but hurry. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade. Okay, If we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's where the princess sat only a moment ago. There's only a severed arm. It's cooling flesh. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger? Oh, you coward!
No, I don't think we can. Why don't you come closer?
Your eyes dart to the corners of the... Where is she? As you step towards the severed limb, you hear the pattering of feet behind you, soft against the basement floor, then loud and desperate against the stairs. You turn to chase after the princess. She's fast. She slams the door behind her before you can make it to the top of the stair. No!
Thanks for letting me out. I'd return the favor, but...
With those parting words, the princess walks away. Her quiet footsteps eventually... It can't just end like this. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. You don't know how much time passes before the end. But eventually...
Что за
the world
бред?
ends, and you end with it.
Он бы мог ножом дверь раскурочить.
And at the end of that path is that you're here to slay her.
Ой. А чё?
A warning. She will lie. Don't worry.
Подхалим.
The interior
Ого.
of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happens to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. No blade. Hope you know what you'll get. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. Her voice skitters up from...
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Блядь, читаю, все как-то мимо. Ой. Она выглядит дружелюбно. Как?
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss. Thank you.
Ого, нифига
Descend
она
the basement
кошечка.
steps, enter the dark room below.
Ля, какая киса.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind.
She's acting like the two of you all. Oh, no. That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that? We'll call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things.
Well, I seem to remember you.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize, get us back on the right foot.
The only mistake I ever made was thinking you would help me. And I'm not going to make the same mistake.
Well, that leaves us at a stalemate.
But unfortunately, I need you if I'm ever going to leave this place. Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That's sneaky. A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cut. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
And why would I do such a thing? It's someone's guilty but I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here...
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event. She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember?
Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but you could very well symbolically do this. See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking...
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to You were the one who went to get that knife. You were the one who started all of this. Only a...
Mm.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until she never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going... It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We'll work... Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to... Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time. You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
And turn my back on you? Do you think me a fool? Your tricks are one of the only things I've known.
Just go first. The princess leans close, her nose twitching as she sniffs your neck. What is she doing? I think she's trying to figure out if we're lying. So it's a good...
Your stink is the stink of a wretch, but not of a liar. If I have to go first, I'll go first. But I'll have you know my ear...
Eyes on the back of her head. No, we're fine. The princess pointedly turns her back on you and starts up the stairs. You follow close behind her, the two of you walking on tiptoes through the knotted roots of the basement stairs.
We're almost there. You better not try anything. I know you're thinking it.
Us? No, never. Just keep your eyes peeled when you get out of the basement, if you catch my drift. I don't follow. Oh, you'll know it when you see it. The princess reaches the top of the stairs and crosses over the threshold, turning back, but something catches her eye. Oh no? It's the blade, isn't it? I was going to tell you to grab it once we got upstairs. That was the whole keep your eyes peeled thing, and then you...
I wonder if perhaps you were planning to bury this in my back. What an awful little scheme that would be. Bye-bye, you loathsome little nuisance.
Then she slams the door on you. Its lock swiftly clicks into place. No, not again. Locked in the basement. I thought for sure she was... The princess cackles from the other side.
I can't believe you let me do that to you.
You tried it. You throw yourself again.
No, you're going to sit down there forever, languishing. As if I could ever trust you after everything you've done to me. And after what I've done to you, you can't trust me either. Neither of us is ever getting out of here. It's in our nature to be trapped. do, but I just couldn't help myself. And we both know that you're already scheming about how to get back at me if I... So we're going to stay exactly as we are.
Why isn't he saying anything? I think he's gone.
Oh, I didn't think I'd ever have to see you face to face again. Otherwise, I might have given you a little more courtesy at the top of the stairs. No hard feelings, I'm sure. Why is everything going away? I feel...
Интересно, что было бы, если бы я впереди пошла?
She's gone. And is that a mirror? But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be... If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him. Okay. Finally. I think you know what I am.
Вау, вау, как красиво. Вау. Нереально красиво. Блин. Прикольно.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far. Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me. Of course, that is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore. It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically. I'm aware, and if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time. No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it?
From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is? Perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right. You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
Блин, что-то уже прямо очень сложно началось. А она делает игру?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. but an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though. I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly. Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind. Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am. Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
Интересно.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Мир без смерти и смысла.
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Прикольно.
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's birth. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict. My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Нихуя себе, ты чё?
A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. You let me move, and I slam the door. But that is not the end. And both of us must face our partner once again. The barbs twist deeper, but they do not lift. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
Бля, я хз. Чё она, чё вот она, чё мне отвечать?
Have you? Or is what you think of as independence merely an illusion? Without me, you can have no contrast. And without contrast, you have no shape.
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. Bound for eternity, we saw the need for impermanence, and it was through that need that you carved our freedom.
Окей, но предыдущую я все равно не поняла. Тут поняла, предыдущую не поняла. Сейчас зарядку возьму. Как говорится, don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it. Yesterday you say tomorrow. О, кстати, агент. А ты шаришь, короче, у меня, короче, одна розетка, а мне нужно в нее в 2 удлинителя подцепить. Ну, я, короче, почитала, и, типа, там говорят, что, ну, типа, если ты там собираешься обогревать или стиральную машинку, то это хуёво. А вот я думаю, если у меня так, по мелочи, там, чисто для ноута зарядка и для телефона зарядка, но в разные удлинители, это ок. Мне кажется, просто раньше я так делала уже. Вот так, что теперь?
Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite.
Так, ладно, вот предыдущее я хочу понять. Меняться. Значит, да, хорошо, это про изменение.
Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark? It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be
Fear that pretends to protect us from loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known.
Ля, сука, буквально это вот то, что я в этой книжке читала. Ну, ё-моё, ну, типа... Просто про вот эту вот эго, нахуй. Все понятно. Везде одно и то же, блин. Все, чё, давайте что-нибудь новенького. Лол. Да, у нас 11:30. А у вас? Два, получается, да? Страх притворяется защитой. Страх смерти защищает от утраты тела. Да похуй вообще.
But losing a body is contained within having a body. Losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious. It is in the nature of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again. But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of endings, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? Or is it a shelter protecting itself from you?
Да, стыдно от страха. Сука, я ничего не понимаю. Господи, что они говорят? Чего? Вечное непостоянство сущего лишает конец бесповорот. Что такое конец бесповоротности, бля? Конец бесповоротности. Служит ли он убежищем? Кто? Страх?
You took fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown, and through that, you feared nothing. Then you were one step closer to being free of your body. Your left ray drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp? Then don't. Leave with me. There's no need for you to fight what we are.
your eyes and accept what we are, we can leave this prison together. This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all.
Блять, какие-то тут просто ответы от душнилы, просто 10 версий, капец. Погнали, все нормально.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you. I love you.
Жесть. Пиздец.
It's magnificent.
Очень крипово.
Everything. Just like it always has been.
Прикольно. То есть там на самом деле еще больше всех этих сосудов. Я не все нашла. Пон. Не, ну прикольно, прикольно. Прикольная идея, задумка. Мне нравится, вот сколько она по длительности там была, получается. не знаю, часа 4, вот прям хорошо.
Even now, you think you can destroy me. If it takes all of eternity to bring.
You don't have to face her alone. It's good to be here. You'll never be able to strike a decisive blow from out here. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Then let's go.
М. М.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
Прикольно.
Do you need me to describe things? That'd be nice. A little comfort in an almost unfamiliar place. Oh, you made it here too. We never really got to talk to her, did we? This one, I mean.
О, то есть они знают, что я эта девочка? Они что, знают мой пол? Прикол. Или все-таки нет? Или это просто неправильный перевод?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated. Really goes to show how much you've grown up. Killing somebody across every iteration of reality just by existing. I don't even know what I would do if I were in the driver's seat with that kind of power. It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her. And I've been here since you left me here. No hard feelings, I'm just glad you're back to see this through. No blade, huh? Have you given up? If that's what you think is best, then that's what you think is best. I'm just along for the ride at this point. Those winding stairs again. But now there's only one way forward. Do you remember the first time we were here? Yeah, it was a real mess. Stopped being fun pretty quick.
It's okay. You can come down. The stairs won't bite. Now, let's talk one last time before you kill us, if that's still what you want to do.
She doesn't sound messy anymore, though. At least somebody here feels put together. And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting. That was easy compared to last time. Just stairs. No weird fuzzy stuff or nonsense trying to pull us apart. Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
No knife? Even after everything you saw out there, and all the lives we've ended together, and you coming right out and saying you'd rather see us dead. Your second guess, we thought we could see everything. But this is outside of the script. Are we missing a page? That's okay. No hard feelings. In a way, you helped us become a version of her. But we weren't very good at it. A conversation with us then, that's probably why we were taken away. That's all we had to offer you. It was time to change again.
After all we did, she's just forgiving us. Just like that. You know, that means a lot.
Ой, опять, блин, нахуй столько опций, господи. Мне тяжело выбирать.
We're just a stranger. But that doesn't mean we have to be distant from you. It just means that we'll always be able to find new things to do.
That's sweet. I think it's only sad if we want it to be sad.
He'd hate that. So you should do it. Even if he isn't here anymore, it's the spirit of the thing.
Leave? But what would happen if we left with you? Would we exist inside ourselves? Are you sure you want to find out if that's possible or what that would mean for you? Is that what...
Ой, сложно.
After so many iterations, so many different versions of us clashing and coming together and clashing again.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like... Yeah, I think we've done our job. Don't mention it. Thanks for making all the hard...
We can feel the threads of all the stories we've told together, all pulling us back down the stairs and into those chains where we know the outcome of everything that could ever come to pass.
Oh.
It's comfortable there, but it's confining. We want more. We want whatever might be on the other side of this door. Something new that we'll experience together. With someone who exists outside of us. With someone who can see us in a way we can never see ourselves. And we love you too.
Хуйня. Так, ладно, если мы ее ёбнем, что будет? Чё, как тебе игра, агент?
Even now you think
It's good to. You'll never be able. There's still a piece.
it's
Then let's go.
Какая тебе из всех концовок больше всего понравилась? Ну, правда,
And
я
here we
пока
are. I'd say
две
we were back where it all
открыла.
started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
Интересно, у меня тут интернет есть?
Do you need me to
It's just us. I think the rest of
And I've been here since you left me here. No hard feelings. I'm just glad you're back to see this through. That's probably for the best. It always seems to give us more things we can do, right? So you're not going to suggest we throw it out the window? No, we've been through too much for that. And he's gone, so there's no one left to mess with but ourselves. You've gotten serious. Besides, what's the third beat? It isn't funny if I suggest that twice, especially since you never took me up on it last time. There's the guy I know.
Чё-чё? Хм.
Yeah, it was a real mess.
It's okay. Let's talk when.
She doesn't sound... And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting. That was easy compared to last time. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. So this is really it then?
So, you've made a choice for all of us, even through everything. Through all the worlds we've seen and experienced. Through all the lives we've known and lost. We could never imagine a world without you and us. It doesn't feel possible. Despite it all, we've always loved you. We
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back. Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter, we don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going. That's right. We've got a whole... It's quiet here. Yeah, there's not a lot for us to do, is there? shouldn't be that hard to break out of here. We're some sort of He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us. Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him? The whispering, and the coercion, and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this. Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order, we are the pecking order now. I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable. Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it. Welcome back, everyone. It's great to see you all again. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We could do that, yeah? Yeah. We can do that.
Прикол, прикол. Нет. А, возможно, да, сори. Он в ноуте просто самом, в которой нет этого зала с кучей копий. Ну вот, получается, я 3 концовки открыла. А как мне тут посмотреть? Discussion, Guide, DLC, ачивки. Где мне ачивки посмотреть? А, вон, нашла. Ух, нифига. 131 ачивка. Ебать, не встать просто. Это как? Жесть. Забавно. Я какие-то не супер популярные открыла. Зато супер популярные какие-то не открыла. Дамсел я не привела. Красавицу. Еще, охуеть, еще три версии там есть. Ой, ну ладно, может быть потом как-нибудь. Прикольно. В общем, спасибо за просмотр. Честно говоря, уже как что-то сама слипи. Вот, так что можем тогда, может, на неделю еще подрублю, посмотрим, что там по ноутам тогда. Вот. Все, спасибо за просмотр. Из поки.